I've never not wanted, good for, the people around me. And because I put my pride into work and I put my head down to do that.
Forward, you only see our group get tighter and tighter, and we're going to be able to withstand a lot of these matches down there.
It's for me, I just had to trust the process. And I think, everyone's career arc in the WNBA, even season arcs, just look different.
You know that moment when everything's going wrong and then suddenly, bam, something amazing happens? That's exactly what went down with the Indiana Fever. Kelsey Mitchell's a no-show, fans are losing it, and then Lexie Hull says, "Hold my Gatorade." Next thing you know, Hull's dropping 22 points and everyone's like, "Kelsey who?" This isn't just a comeback story, it's a whole new playbook. And trust me, you're gonna wanna see how Hull just changed the game for the Fever. You know what's wild? Kelsey Mitchell, the Fever's absolute superstar, was a no-show at the big press conference. Fans are losing their minds. Picture this. New coach Stephanie White's first time in front of the cameras, and the team's best player is nowhere to be seen. What's going on? Social media is blowing up. Some fans are freaking out, thinking Kelsey's hurt. Others are scared she might be ditching the team. It's like a mystery, and everyone's playing detective. Let's break down why Kelsey not being there is such a huge deal. This girl's been carrying the Fever on her back. Did you know she's averaging over 20 points per game this season? That's not just good, that's straight up ridiculous. Kelsey's been the heart and soul of this team, making plays, sinking shots, and hyping up the crowd. Without her, it's like the Fever lost their secret sauce. But here's where it gets really interesting. There's actually a reason Kelsey's not there, and it's nothing like what people were guessing. You ready for this? Kelsey's in China right now. Yep, you heard that right. She's not injured, she's not leaving the team. She's overseas, balling out and making that money. It's pretty common for WNBA players to play in other countries during the off-season. The pay can be way better, and it keeps their skills sharp. But still, missing a big press conference? That's not something you see every day. So now we've got this weird situation. The team's trying to hype up the new season, but their star player is on the other side of the world. Coach White's probably thinking, "Great start to my new job, right?" But wait, there's more to this story.
Hasn't just been rapidly approaching, it's been blinding. Led by one of the best rookie seasons in league history by Caitlin Clark.
This group, that draft class that came out, they've taken really good leaps at making teams better, and I think C-Square has done that for us.
Being here for 2 years, I definitely feel like my confidence has grown. I feel like I'm finding areas where I fit, and that's something that's really hard in the WNBA.
While everyone's freaking out about Kelsey, something unexpected happened. Someone else on the team decided it was their time to shine. You won't believe who stepped up in Kelsey's absence. Remember Lexie Hull, the player who's been pretty much invisible all season? Well, forget everything you thought you knew about her. In one game, she went from bench warmer to superstar, and the way it happened is absolutely insane. While everyone was freaking out about Kelsey Mitchell being MIA, Lexie Hull decided it was her time to shine. And boy, did she ever. The game starts and you can feel the tension in the air. Fans are still upset about Kelsey not being there. But then, out of nowhere, Lexie starts cooking. You won't believe this. Lexie drops 22 points, going 6 for 7 from three-point range. That's not even the craziest part. She did most of that damage in the fourth quarter alone. We're talking 4 for 4 from beyond the arc in just one quarter. That's like video game numbers. The crowd went absolutely wild. Every time Lexie sank another three, the place erupted. It was like watching a real-life sports movie, you know? The underdog suddenly becomes the hero, and everyone's losing their minds. But here's what's really mind-blowing. Lexie's shooting efficiency was off the charts. We're talking about a true shooting percentage of 110%. That's not just good, that's ridiculous. It's the kind of stat that makes basketball nerds drool. This wasn't just a good game for Lexie. People are calling it her legacy game. That's how big of a deal it was. She went from being that quiet player no one really noticed to the star of the show in just one night. The Fever ended up going on a 33-17 scoring run in that fourth quarter, and it was all thanks to Lexie's hot hand. She proved that the Fever's roster is deeper than people thought. It's not just the Kelsey Mitchell show anymore. But here's the million-dollar question. Can Lexie keep this up? Or was this just a one-time thing? You know how sports can be.
For myself, like coming in, right off my college season and then coming right to the WNBA, Having that reset has been something that I probably haven't had in like a year.
Indianapolis' finest. Big shot.
I remember our social media kind of blew up after that, saying that welcome to the league, rookie and stuff. So that's like a moment that I'll probably remember as that welcoming.
Sometimes a player has one amazing game and then disappears again. But something about Lexie's performance felt different. It felt like a breakout, not a fluke. One thing's for sure, the Indiana Fever just got a whole lot more interesting. And Lexie Hull, well, she just put the whole league on notice. Next game, all eyes will be on her. Let's see if she can do it again. Hold up, you thought Lexie Hull's performance was the biggest shock? Coach White's about to remind us all that some things are way bigger than basketball. Picture this, a room full of reporters expecting game talk, and then everything changes. The press conference starts, and everyone's ready to hear about Lexie's amazing game. But the moment Coach Stephanie White walks in, you can tell something's off. She looks upset, like really upset. The room goes dead silent. You could hear a pin drop. It's like everyone can sense that this isn't going to be your typical post-game chat. Then it happens. Coach White starts tearing up. And let me tell you, it's not about basketball at all. She's dealing with a serious family emergency. Can you imagine? Here's this tough-as-nails coach breaking down in front of everyone. It's heartbreaking to watch. She tells the room, "I've had a family emergency. That's why I had to postpone, and I'm still dealing with it now. So it's been a tough time, but I knew that I needed to get in front of you guys and wrap up, certainly, our season."
What Caitlin brought obviously helped, but I think her and her play and utilizing us to like show as a group what we can do is super special.
14th win for the Fever. I had this been in a long time. All right, we keep moving forward.
Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA.
You can hear the pain in her voice. It's raw and real. Coach White keeps fighting back tears as she speaks. She says, "My priority is my family right now, honestly. Just being here for my family, getting through this." It's a stark reminder that there's so much more to life than just basketball. Think about it for a second. Here's Coach White trying to lead a pro team, deal with all the drama of Kelsey being away, manage Lexie's breakout game, and on top of all that, she's got this huge personal crisis. That's a lot for anyone to handle. The reporters in the room are stunned. All those questions about game strategies and player performances, they suddenly seem so small. You can see it on their faces. They're not thinking about basketball anymore. They're seeing Coach White as a person, not just a coach. But here's the thing that really blows my mind. Coach White still showed up. She could have sent an assistant or just canceled the whole thing. But she didn't. She faced the media, tears and all. That's some serious dedication right there. It's a powerful reminder that these coaches and players we cheer for, they're real people with real lives and real problems. Sometimes those problems are bigger than any game could ever be. Real lives, real problems, and real potential. The Fever are facing challenges both on and off the court, but you won't believe where they're sitting in the standings right now.
If I'm gonna go out anyway, I'm going out on my sword and my own 2 feet, and I think I pride myself on.
Obviously keep the main thing. We knew that Chicago had a lot of like up and down as far as their roster and who was playing and who wasn't.
A team that likes each other, they play harder for each other. They sacrifice for each other. I believe that with my whole heart.
Half a game out of a playoff spot? That's insane. How are they pulling this off with all the drama? Let's break it down. The Fever are sitting at 13-15 overall. That's not just good, it's playoff contention good. They're breathing down the neck of the Phoenix Mercury for that number 6 spot in the league. Can you believe it? With all the chaos swirling around this team, they're actually in the hunt. But man, the questions are piling up faster than the points. Will Kelsey Mitchell come back from China in time to make a difference? Can Lexie Hull keep lighting it up like she's playing NBA Jam? And what about Coach White? How's she gonna balance her family emergency with leading this team? You know what's wild though? Despite all this craziness, the Fever are playing some seriously good basketball. It's like they're thriving on the chaos. Caitlin Clark is breaking rookie records left and right. Lexie Hull went from bench warmer to superstar overnight. And Coach White, she's showing the kind of strength that makes you want to run through a wall for her. Speaking of Caitlin Clark, you gotta hear this. After Lexie's big game, Clark was practically gushing. She said, This is now a Lexie Hull fan account. How awesome is that? The rookie superstar hyping up her teammate? That's the kind of team spirit that wins championships, folks. But here's the million-dollar question. Can they keep this momentum going? Every game from here on out is huge.
I mean, I'm just really happy for this organization, obviously. I mean, look at these fans, they're incredible, so if it wasn't for them, I don't know if we'd be here.
After the record, it's like I salute people like Enrique because off the floor we're really great friends, really good mates, and so we tend to like work out and train together.
I appreciate it because of the new competitors and what she's done for us and paved the way to even for us to be here. We're eternally grateful for her.
We're talking playoff implications huge. The Fever's schedule is packed with must-win matchups that could make or break their season. You know what, though? I've got a feeling about this team. They've faced every challenge head-on so far. Star player missing? No problem. We'll make a new one. Coach dealing with personal stuff? We've got her back. It's like every time life tries to knock them down, they come back stronger. One thing's for sure, the Indiana Fever are the most interesting team in the WNBA right now. They're writing a story that's part underdog tale, part soap opera, and all heart. Whether they make the playoffs or not, this is a season no one's gonna forget anytime soon. All right, let's wrap this up. The Indiana Fever are showing us what it means to be a real team. They're not just playing basketball, they're overcoming every obstacle life throws at them. And you know what? They're coming out stronger every time. Whether you've been following the Fever for years or you're just getting into the WNBA, this team is the one to watch. Trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next. They're half a game out of a playoff spot, and every match from here on out is crucial. So here's what you need to do. Mark your calendars for the Fever's upcoming games. Get ready to cheer your heart out as they fight for that playoff spot. It's going to be intense, it's going to be emotional, and it's definitely going to be wild.